Finally, I want to find a couple of additional points. I've already found my zeros. I found my local minimums, one of them which happens to be a 0. I found my local maximums, another one which happens to be a 0 as well. So I found all those points, but I want to find a couple of additional points, maybe so that I can determine my end behavior, get an idea of how steep it goes out. Does it really go off way down really steeply, or does it take up really high? But I just want to find 2 additional points. Well, with the calculator, it makes it pretty easy. And if I'm looking at the graph, an easy way to do that would be to use the, go back to second calc and pick value. So I'm looking at my graph and it says, whatever value of x you give me here, I'm going to give you the value of y. Well, if I want to go towards the left-hand side, the negative values of x, I can see that I had a turning point at -2. Looks like -3 is going to be a really big number, but let's try it. So I'm going to go x equals -3. Well, y is -48. So if I'm going to identify another point on here, I would go -3, -48. It's off the graph. I don't need to have a graph that has 48 things, but I'm showing that my end behavior is really starting to take off negative by showing that extra point. And if I want to find a positive point, I'm going to do the same thing. Second calc, I'm going to go value, and I can see that, well, if I go to +2, it's also probably going to be a pretty big number. Let's find out. So x equals 2, it's 32. So I'm going to have a point way up here at 232. And that's one way of identifying an extra point on the graph. The other way is I can go, I already know that I've entered this in as my y1, so I could go second, quit, and go to my main screen and go alpha F4, choose y1, and say I want to evaluate this function for the number x equals -3. So I'll put a parentheses, -3, close my parentheses, hit enter, and lo and behold, it gives me -48, just like it was over here. Not a big surprise. It's just a way of doing it without having to use the graph. Or I could go, the other way to get to the y1 is in the button here that says vars, and then I want to go over to click to the right to go to y vars. That means y variables, and it gives me the list of all the functions that I have. So if you don't have that shortcut available, the alpha F4 shortcut, you can just go vars, y vars. I push enter for y1. I have the same type of a thing. I have parentheses, +2, close parentheses, hit enter, and not surprisingly, it gives me the number 32.